And when we're talking about moving into Kubernetes, we're also talking about moving into other areas that the ecosystem enables. So specifically on the networking front, you're now moving into a space where there's a number of very mature service meshes. And these service meshes give you a layer, where we talk about layers of logic, like layer of logic within the compute, layer of logic within the storage. When we're really talking about the layer of logic when it comes to the networking, there is the base that KCS is providing, but then there is this additional overlay that you get from Kubernetes when you start moving into service meshes like Linkerd or Istio. And suddenly you can start overlaying those capabilities into the VM space as well. So there's been a number of client engagements where we're having to construct encryption gateways because we're trying to carry the pod-to-pod or container-container encryption across two VMs to other network real estate and other hardware real estate where the software-defined network doesn't reach by default. And that adds a lot of complications, especially when you're moving into key rotation, monitoring, logging, etc. Whereas by obviously bringing the VM into that network, into that service mesh, it's a first-class citizen. It gets all of these capabilities. All of the capabilities around not just security, so pod-to-pod or pod-to-VM encryption, you suddenly start getting traces. You start getting all of the low-level metrics. All of that is baked into a single sort of data source for you to interrogate. No longer are you having to cut across multiple systems when you're tracing to try and get insight. It all comes under one data source.